Hello and welcome again guys to the online series of learning IELTS with MS Education. Myself Disha Patel, and in today's lesson we'll be discussing about the multiple choice question type in the IELTS Listening Module test. This particular question type is quite cliche as we have been solving this particular question type since very young age. So let us begin with the multiple choice question type. In today's video, we will be seeing how to effectively answer the multiple choice questions in the IELTS listening test. I will also tell you the three different types of multiple choice question. We'll be looking at the common problems faced by the candidates and give you some tips and strategies that would also help you on your test day. Firstly, let us begin with the three types or kinds of multiple choice question. The first is a short answer multiple choice question. You will be given a statement and a number of different options to choose from. The second type of multiple choice questions are sentence completion questions. You will be given a sentence stem and you will have to complete it with one of a number of options. And the last kind is when you are given a sentence and you have to match this to one of a number of pictures. Some multiple choice questions require you to choose more than one answers from a variety of options. You may be asked to choose 2 answers from 5 options or 4 answers from 7 options. Approach these in the same way you would a single answer question. Now, moving on, let us now discuss the common problems that the candidates usually face and then they end up making mistakes. So, firstly, when you are given 3 choices, you are likely to hear the speaker talking about all the 3 options. Now, just because you are hearing it being mentioned doesn't make it correct. You must only select the correct answers and not the first ones that you hear. The answers will normally come in the form of synonyms or paraphrases. Now, here you don't have to just listen for the exact same matches. Think about how the answers could be expressed using these synonyms or paraphrases. The 3 choices often look similar in the meaning and it may be difficult for you to tell the difference. Look for the keywords in the different options that allow you to tell the difference between the different options. This is not just a test of your listening skills, but also your reading skills. There is much more to read in the multiple choice questions, so you must practice underlining the keywords in the questions and also quickly understanding the difference between the different options and the keywords and also knowing the synonyms to it. So I hope you would not be following to these common problems or mistakes and also avoid them to get the best scores in your listening test. Let us now discuss the tips and tactics that will be useful for you when you are attempting the multiple choice question types in the IELTS listening test module. Firstly, don't check your answers from the previous sections when you have a break. It is very important that you read the multiple choice questions and try to understand them. Second, highlight the key words. The key word in the question will help you answer the questions more correctly and accurately. These keywords in the different options are those that differentiate meaning between the choices. Third, don't write the first answer you hear. Remember that they will try to trick you and always give multiple answers in your listening audios. You need to listen very keenly to get the correct answer. Don't spend too much of time on one question. If you didn't get the answer or you are unsure of the answer, make an educated guess and move on. Don't get stuck on that and spend too much of time on that particular question. You must be careful if you hear words like but or however. These two words often means that the speaker is going to qualify a previous statement. Your answers will often be a letter and not a word. Read the instructions to make sure and be very careful when transferring your answers at the very end or in the extra time. And the last tip over here in this video will be practice makes a man perfect. So you must keep on practicing and listening to this question type and answering them correctly. Now, I will be suggesting you some of the strategies that have best worked for most of the candidates while answering this particular question type. Also, I would like to suggest that one should always use the strategies that best suits themselves. The first strategy is to read the instructions carefully as in the questions the type of MCQ will be mentioned. After reading the questions and identifying what is actually being asked, highlight the key words in the questions. Then look at the different options and underline any keywords that help you tell the difference in the meaning of those keywords and the options. Think of any possible synonyms or paraphrases you might hear. Then try predicting the answer and mark it. This marking is supposed to done as casual answer. It is not your final answer as you have only predicted the answer. Later, when listening, you must listen for any keywords or synonyms that match the highlighted keywords in the questions earlier by you. Don't write the first answer you hear. Again, I'm mentioning you are not supposed to write the first answer you hear. They will probably talk about more than one option, so you must wait until they have talked about them all and answer then forth. Again, be very careful with those answers that are given by the speakers and then they are taken away or taken back by the speaker himself. If you think an answer is correct and put a tick by it, then keep on listening to make sure the answer picked by you is correct or not. Make sure by listening the audio the correction of answer is to be made. At last, don't spend any more time than necessary. If you miss or skip to listen and answer, just make a guess and move on as you never know your guess might be the right answer. Now, let us have a look at the example and I will help you and guide you to get the correct answer using these strategies and tips and tactics. Now, let us discuss the answers to it and also know when the answer was mentioned in the audio. The first answer is C, as you would have heard that all the three answers or choices were mentioned in the audio. However, the first two of them, all alone and sitting on the ground, are clearly incorrect because the speaker says that people often think that if a bird is all alone or sitting on the ground, it needs to be rescued. But it's just learning to fly. The last sentence the speaker says gives us the correct answer. That is, so we should emphasize that people should only attempt to rescue a bird that's clearly injured. So the correct answer is option number C. So with this, we have come to the end of this video. I hope that you have understood how to answer the MCQ questions in the IELTS listening test module by using the tips and strategies and tactics that I have suggested.
Thank you so much.